can I rent out my property in Lentor?
Okay, so I think when we look at Lentor Gardens, we have to first identify ourselves. If we were to buy Lentor Gardens, are we looking at capital appreciation or are we looking at rental yield?
Okay, so just now I also mentioned about can I rent out my property in
Yes.
Lentor, right?
Yeah.
Actually, the question to us is that it's more on the rental yield. Because actually any properties in Singapore, you can rent out. But the question is how much are you renting out at?
Yep.
So how much you're renting out at will be affecting your rental yield. Yeah. So to purchase a unit in Lentor, definitely we feel that definitely it will be rented out. It's just about the rental yield.
Yes.
So then back to your question, if I were to purchase something in Lentor, what is my intention of purchase? Am I looking for a high rental yield or actually do I want to look at more on the profitability? Right?
Correct.
So, and we know that for Lentor area, we should be looking more into the potential margin that we'll be looking to because rental yield may not be the best in the Lentor
This area.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then we also pull out some case study to understand rental yield and profitability.
Yep.
Right. So let us take a look at this example. So we have actually Affinity at Serangoon and also we compare with Uptown at Farrer. Okay. So the reason why we pull out this data is because we want to have a very similar purchase date.
Yep.
All right.
And exit date also.
Yes. Yes, similar entry date and also exit date.
Yep.
And also very similar quantum. All right. And both of them are actually 3-bedroom. So if you look at Affinity's sale price, right, it's actually at 1.8 million, right, in 2026 this year. And then for Uptown, right, it's actually at 1.6. But the purchase price initially was very close. Meaning to say, to summarize, in terms of the profit that Affinity 3-bedroom made, right, it's actually a 366,000. The annualization is at 4.75%.
Yep.
But does Affinity actually have high rental yield? So if you look at this, right, for the 3-bedroom in Affinity, is actually just at 3.5% rental yield, which is not bad. But if you were to compare with Uptown and Farrer, right, it can actually fetch up to 5,003, which is a 4.2% rental yield.
Yes.
Then again, we look at the profit, the annualization, right? For Uptown, it was actually sold at only 1.64, meaning to say the profit was only at about 130,000. The percentage is actually at 1.83. So this case study clearly showed that, right, in terms of profit versus rental yield, these two may not come hand in hand most of the time.
It's not a direct equation.
Correct. It's not that I have a high rental yield, I will have a high profit.
Yes.
Or vice versa, right? Because from here we can see that Affinity is actually at much higher profit, but in terms of the rental yield, it
Much
is
lower.
Yeah,
Slightly
it is
lower.
actually lower than Uptown. Next, we have another case study which is also similar. This is actually Foret at Bukit Timah. This